Now it's the fun part of getting all these machines cleaned up. Got to get all the dirt cleaned off the undercarriages. This dozer won't be too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the D7 and the D6, get those moved. And I took the skid steer and raked some of the dirt off the 220, but that's still packed in there pretty good. There's a lot of dirt on there as well. So let me go ahead and start shoveling this up, all this dirt off this machine here, and I'll start taking them up there and parking them beside the access path to get ready to go to the next job. Well, we made it. It's only hanging off 2 feet, maybe 2.5. It's got a red rag on it, that's all that matters. All right, so I got the Ruckus rake on the front of my trailer and the seed spreader. I got his tractor, and what we're going to do is hook his grain drill to that. He's going to start drilling all the seed in the ground for this. I'm going to go down there with the skid steer and the rake, go around the pond, get all that raked out, and finish cleaning off the tracks on the 330 and the dozer. I managed to get all this stuff cleaned off yesterday, and yeah, we will get this job wrapped up. We gotta spread those forks out so you can grab the drill there. And grab my gloves. Go figure, the GoPro broke. The last day for this camera, and I'm smashing it with a hammer. Gotta take the rag off. I tied it on there good so it wouldn't blow off. Oh, GoPro 10, the worst camera ever made, I think. Oh Lord, need that pin there that you were trying to get. Got it. My job here is done. All right, we got to put some grass seed in this thing. We're going to set it on, put out lots of seed. All the grass seed. All right, got some grass seed over there and some in his truck. All right, so we're just going to put out a ryegrass fescue mix. Most of it's ryegrass because that's about all it's going to come up. Getting into November here, but a customer had a few bags, and I bought my normal grass seed and was kind of mixed it all together, and yeah, ready to go drill some seed in the ground. Dusty. Let me mix this real quick. There was only 10 pounds in that other bag of green. dusty.
Yeah.
All right, dump that one. I'll dump one more green on top of that, and you can take off.
Well, at least you know seeds flowing out of all of them.
Yeah, you had good flow. All right, we are good to go now. I'm gonna get some seed put out here, drilled into the ground. Hopefully everything's nice and loose here. That should break it up a little bit, get that seed bedded into the ground, and then we should have a pretty good germination rate, hopefully. Just trying to get all this stabilized for the winter to prevent any erosion and kind of stabilize everything. All right, well, I'm gonna go down there and ruckus rake around the pond there with the skid steer and get all that ready to put some seed out. We're about almost halfway done. Yeah, maybe 40%. Getting all this drilled, I'm just having him seed the pad as well. It's gonna be a year or so before he builds there. So that'll give that time to, we'll go ahead and just plant grass on that, stabilize all that so it doesn't sit there and wash. Yeah, that loose dirt goes in there good. One light rain there and it'll flatten it right out. Oh yeah, all right, time to clean the tracks on the 330 now. Joy. Last machine ready to shovel off, so this one shouldn't be too bad. Just a little bit of mud right there. You can kind of tell why I try not to drive them when it's all goopy and mud, because it just packs in there and it creates a lot of work for me. So let's shovel this off real quick. That rake does such a beautiful job getting all this fluffed up. And we got some grass seed there. I'm gonna go ahead and do the slopes and everything, and we'll put the broadcast seeder on the tractor and run around here and do the top edge and drill that as well, kind of get a little seed. This topsoil here should hold enough moisture. I bet this stuff will probably be germinating probably next week sometime, hopefully. All right, everything is drilled, all the equipment is cleaned off, lined up, ready to head off to the next projects. And I'll do a little fly over here to show you what it looks like. But if you remember before, all this was cut over all the way down to there, put in the 2 driveways, got all this cleared, burnt, built the pad, dug a big borrow pit, buried everything over there, cleared a path, built an acre pond down there in the woods, and leveled everything off. So yep, this project's done, and yeah, catch you on the next one. Skid steer is loaded up, ready to head out now as well. So we got all this seeded yesterday, as you saw. Grain drill works really good to get some of that seed bedded in the ground. Then we kind of broadcast some more over top of it just to kind of get a little grass in between the rows as well. So this should come up, first rain here, get a little bit of green grass growing. I got all these machines lined up. I got a mobile detail guy gonna come by here and clean everything up. D6 really needs to be cleaned up. Let's see, the 330 haul truck and the Komatsu dozer are probably going to another job in the next week. Got to move a little bit of dirt on a farm. And then the 220 D7 and then those other 3 pieces of equipment are going to another big pond job I got to do. That's probably going back to the house. I don't need 2 big dozers on that job. So yeah, this shaped up really nice. Customer's very happy with it. And yeah, I think it turned out well. We just need some rain to get everything growing and fill up the pond. So if you have any projects like this you have in mind, feel free to message me on the website or send me an email at letsdig18@yahoo.com. Be glad to come out and check it out if you are in central to eastern North Carolina. thank you, and I'll catch you on the next project. All right, I stopped back by this big pond project that I did earlier in the year. I'm sure you remembered it. It's been about 3 months here. Pond is holding level at about this level right here. We've just not had really any rain. But I'm sure this winter, once it gets a little bit wet, it should start filling back up once the springs start flowing and everything. But there is about probably 6 or 8 feet of water out there in the center. So there is a fair amount out there. They got everything bush hogged and the beans cut. I'm going to tell you, he wants me to run around here with the ruckus rake, and there's a few areas where the grass needs to be fluffed up a little bit, or the grass didn't come up and the dirt needs to be fluffed up a little bit. Fill in some ruts and everything so that he can replant it and try to get some fescue growing this fall here. So I'm going to unload this, run around here, and touch up a few of these spots. I think most of them are up there in the head section where the little bit more dirt was added up there. So I'll do that, and then I'm gonna go up here and show you what he wants to do next. Well, I got everything slicked up there, touched up a couple little bare spots around there, but most of the erosion was on this side right here. But yeah, I got all the ruts raked in and filled in, so he should be able to drill some ryegrass and fescue in for the winter. Let's ride up here and I'll show you the next little project. So the next thing to do is, once I get the equipment over here, take and cut the top of this little hill off right here, because from up there where the house is going to go and the shop, as you can see now, kind of blocks the view of the pond. So needs a lot of dirt now that the building's built. Wants to kind of fill all that in so it doesn't look like it's so high up on that hill there, because I ended up having to put about 5 feet of dirt there on that corner to get that level. So we've come up with a good idea to come in here and strip all this topsoil off, cut about 2 or 3 feet out right here on this ridge, and haul all the clay up there, put it around the building, and then push the topsoil back over right in here. Probably start somewhere right in here and just take the top of this little ridge off down out into the field. Now they cut all the soybeans, can go out into that field about 100 feet or so and just kind of skim this off, get everything where it still drains, you know, that way and everything, but just kind of trim it down a little bit so you got a little bit better view across there, and get all the dirt that I need to grade around the building. But we'll save that for another day.